Hi, welcome back to Chateaux and Truffles. At the moment, as you can see, we're in the kitchen of our little chateau. I love this fire and sometimes we use it to cook off of. The problem with living in a large property with lots of land is there's always lots of jobs to do. And today we've got to do a job that we don't really want to do or like to do, but it's one of those things that's necessary. So come along and we're going to see what the boys are up to. I love this walk down the end of the lake. When we first moved here, you couldn't even see that there was a lake here. And we had the contractors in to clear, and it was like a tunnel going down to the end of the lake. And then you could actually see how long the lake really was. This is a bridge, and there's a sluice here that lets some of the water out. Here I think was like an old fish trap. We're going to get someone to come and take these trees out to try not to damage the stonework anymore. They used to block it off and release some of the water and catch some of the fish. One of the ways they got food. This here is a little old toilet. It's got its own separate sluice with just a hole in the ground. I suppose whenever they went to the toilet, it just flushed down the river. I think it was actually for the workers of the forge. I suppose they had to go to the toilet somewhere. When we first came here, we were told lots of stories about the property and things that had happened here. One of the stories was how two oxen were pulling a cart across the bridge and one of them slipped over the side. The other held it there for several hours, but in the end it was decided that they couldn't save the oxen, so they shot it in the head and released it from the harness. While we was doing some work here near the bridge, we actually found the oxen skull with the hole where it had been shot. It just shows that quite a few of the stories that were told were true. We're going to see what the boys are doing now. Come on. problem. As you can see, the tree is leaning over, and it's been leaning over more and more, and it's only a matter of time, we think, until it's going to completely fall. And the problem is that when it goes, the roots are going to take out a big chunk of the riverbank. It might only be a little river, but when we get the rains, there's a lot of water leaving the lake and a lot of water from the rivers, so it really turns into a torrent, and that's going to take out even more of the bank. In France, because it's a Category 1 river, we're not actually allowed to touch it or repair it. So the river itself will just get shallower and shallower in the summer, and there'll be nowhere for the fish to go. We do build little dams to try and make deep areas, but rather than have the problem, we've decided to take it out. Always managing the land and clearing the woods, as you can see, we do get a lot of firewood. The pile here is about 5 deep. The wood here has started to rot a bit around the outside. We've left it stacked in the shade and at the bottom of a bank, so it didn't really get the chance to dry out properly, which is a shame because most of it was oak. And we do have even more that we've got to try and get in. And as you can see, we have even more this side. But it does come in handy for the fires and eventually for our Rayburn when we get it. And guess what? More wood. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we've put a link to our company French Truffle Tree down below.